Barr is the CEO and creative director of Barcode Branding. She comes to the table with a tremendous amount of practical experience to include a master's degree in branding and design and more than 15 years of industry experience. Wendy started Barcode Branding to help small to medium-sized businesses get the jumpstart they need to experience the growth and success they deserve. And as an actress, I know how important it is to have your branding. So everybody put your hands together for Wendy Barr.
Thank you. Waste your time. Right on. Well, I've had a chance to meet most of you, so I'm pretty excited about that. So, you guys having fun? Yeah. Or learning a lot? Yeah, I know I am. But I am, I'm born and raised in Denver. I live in California, but I am born and raised in Denver. I'm a Colorado native, not too far from here, as a matter of fact, so this is like my old stomping grounds. So I'm thrilled to be here, and plus to share a stage with George Carrol and the amazing minds that he's brought together, it's beyond humbling. Just the best way to start the greatest year of my life. So I'd like to take some time today to discuss branding with you. How does that sound? Yeah. Woo! Okay. So I'm going to start with the definition of branding. Okay? Bare bone basics. Branding is a perception. It lives and breathes in the mind of your public. It's not simply a logo, while that is a very important visual piece. Branding is a visual expression of your business message that works for you 24/7. Okay? But it's important to mention that brand perception is owned by consumers, not by businesses. So whatever people are thinking and saying about your brand, that actually is your brand. So it's critical to have relevant and compelling branding in order to attract your ideal client, make high-ticket offers, right? Make a greater impact in the world, make more money, of course. It's not a business if we're not making money, and to get further faster. Right? I'm just like you. I own a small business. I am just like you, but I'm an immediate gratification kind of gal. I like getting further faster. And when I think about branding, and especially personality branding, and when I talk about personality branding, I'm talking about people that get on stage in whatever capacity, right? I think of iconic people. People that rose to stardom through their professional and consistent branding. People like Oprah, right? Or Tony Robbins. And when I think about iconic people, I'd like to share a quick story with you, if you don't mind. Can I share a quick story with you? Cool. Oh, you guys are so interactive. I love it. Right on. So, New York City. New York City, late 90s-ish. I moved from Denver to New York to get my master's degree in branding and design. And if you've ever been to New York, you know that 42nd Street's kind of a high traffic area, right? It's very busy, and it has a reputation for being a little bit sketchy. So I'm walking down 42nd Street. I'm on my way to work. I'm wearing a skirt and chartreuse green stockings and a chartreuse green full-length winter coat. Yes, I like to color coordinate. In the distance, I hear a man shouting profanities. I'm like, okay. He's yelling, and I'm getting a little nervous, right? And you know, the first thing people tell you when you move to New York City is don't make eye contact, right? So I'm like, okay, he's coming towards me. It's getting louder, so I'm not going to look at him. So he's shouting, F the Kennedys. Apparently, he's really mad at the Kennedys. It's so random. I don't know. F you, John. F you, Robert. F the Kennedys. And I'm like, oh, God. God. And he shows up right in front of me. He stops, of all people. I mean, there's a lot of people on the street. He stops right in front of me. He looks me up and down And then he says calmly and sweetly, "Nice coat, Jackie." And he keeps walking. Oh my God, my heart was pounding, but it was hilarious. But it made me start thinking about branding and how Jackie Kennedy created this dynamic, distinct, and memorable brand for herself, right? She's no longer in the public realm, yet she's known worldwide. So much so that modern day first ladies still try to emulate her, right? And apparently still all the buzz on the streets of New York. But what does it take to build a brand like that? Really? I mean, when it comes to building an influential brand, you have to ask yourself, am I a household name? You know, a culture? Am I the go-to person in my field, an industry leader? Think about brands that you take for granted every single day, like Kleenex, right? Or chapstick, popsicles, right? Brands that we take for granted every single day. And then think about your own business branding and ask yourself these questions. Now, what's keeping you from fame and fortune? Is it lack of confidence? Is it, oh, I don't know, lack of genius, lack of technique, lack of skill? Yeah, I met most of you, and I don't think so. There's some smarty pants in this room. It could be brand shame, because brand shame can be debilitating. But like Lisa said, don't worry, I've got this, I can help you, I can fix that. That's the Jewish mother. 2 Jewish mothers in a row. So today I'd like to give you some real value. A fly-on-the-wall perspective from inside the brand agency boardroom. Your branding is most likely the first thing a prospective client sees, right? Whether they go to your website on their own, or they see you on Facebook, or you hand them a business card personally. Remember, you only have one chance to make a first impression, and a great first impression, right? And studies say that you have approximately 7 seconds to really grab their attention. Now think about that, 7 seconds, just 7 seconds. So today I'd like to share with you 3 tips to make your business impact in 7 seconds or less. How does that sound? All right. So we're going to start with tip number 1, fonts. Okay? Where's Peter? Fonts. 2's company, 3 is a crowd. Never use more than 2 fonts within your formal logo. Now the first font can be a decorative font, okay? Because that one is the star of the show. And the second font should be, that's your supporting actor or actress, right? So that one should be a simple, understated, clean font. I call it the Lucy and Ethel rule, right? So Lucy is the star of the show and should never be upstaged by Ethel, right? Side note, did you know that it was written in Ethel's contract that she could never be, that she always had to be 25 pounds overweight so that she didn't outshine Lucy? It was written in her contract. True story. So I'm going to share some case studies with you along the way. This is Chevelle. Every time Chevelle rolled out a new program or a new product, she introduced a different font and design, right? And as a result, her branding is inconsistent and her messaging is not clear, right? So this is Chevelle now. After working closely with Chevelle, we concluded that her brand required a sophisticated yet approachable look and feel. And Chevelle credits her new branding for giving her the confidence to become the international speaker and rock star she is today. I just scolded her yesterday for not updating her Facebook page. She said, "Sorry, God, you're so strict." Okay, tip number 2, imagery. Use imagery sparingly and never use stock imagery or clip art within your formal brand. Yes, we all we download photos and images all the time for some of our marketing materials, but not within your formal brand. You know, imagery gets downloaded hundreds of times, thousands of times every single day. All the more reason not to have that as part of your logo. Think about and also, if your brand actually does require a simple image of sorts, a professional agency will create custom art just for you. Think about the Nike Swish or the 2 simple circles used to identify Target's logo. Okay, meet Jackie Simmons. Jackie Simmons had custom imagery created for her branding. It's fun and it's entertaining, but we felt it was irrelevant to her business model and that it didn't really speak to her expertise. Jackie Simmons is a brilliant mindset coach. Okay, she is highly trained and experienced. So we created relevant imagery for her that we felt communicated her skill set effectively. Okay, tip number 3, color. Color is essential in creating the look and feel of your brand, right? Color is so powerful, it can influence thinking and reactions. It can even stimulate bodily hormones. Google it. Google the psychology of color in branding. That's your homework, okay? For example, did you know that blue is the least appetizing color in the color palette? And that red, yellow, and orange, for example, are the most appetizing. Think McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, right? So, what does it mean? What does it all mean? What it means is, well, if you want to lose weight, paint your kitchen blue, right? And yeah, don't eat at McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. Okay. Okay, so this is Hempway Foods. Hempway Foods is a Colorado company. They create hemp burgers they create vegan options using hemp as their primary protein source. They're delicious. You guys are so lucky that you have them here. Anyway, when they came to us, we felt that their logo had outdated fonts, and we felt that the green and brown logo and the hemp seed were not all that appetizing. So we rebranded them. This is Hempway Foods now. Modern fonts, a gorgeous hand-drawn hemp seed, and yes, the colors are appetizing. I have a bonus tip for you. Know your brand archetype, okay? Archetyping is a concept created by the famous psychologist Carrol, and it helps us understand the personality of a brand, who the brand is, what it stands for, and what makes it unique. Can you tell me right now what your brand archetype is? Well, it's the secret sauce to attracting your ideal client. I'm pretty sure that Jackie Kennedy's brand archetype is lover. Let's see if you agree with me. Here are some distinguishing qualities of the lover brand archetype. Their goal is to inspire loving and caring. Their belief system is that premium brands will make them more attractive to the public. Their business strategy is to promote themselves as glamorous, like me. I'm just kidding. Their weakness, however, is their fear of being unwanted and unloved, and their overwhelming desire to give to the point of losing their own identity. Okay? Think Jackie Kennedy, Victoria's Secret, Godiva chocolate. Those are all lover brand archetypes. That was a lot of information, right? So we'll just reiterate real quick. Fonts. 2's company, 3's a crowd, right? Imagery. Use imagery sparingly. Color. Color is essential in conveying the look and feel of your brand. It doesn't matter what your favorite color is. What matters is that you're using colors that attract your brand archetype, that attract your ideal client based on your brand archetype. So it's important to know your brand archetype. It's the secret sauce. Okay, I'm going to do an exercise with you. So, are you ready? Okay, close your eyes for just a moment and imagine that you walked into a room full of people, right? It's a lively, sophisticated party. And in the center of the room, like the parting of the seas, you see your ideal client. This is the one that will change everything for you. This is the one that will purchase your products, your high-ticket products, plus refer you to others. You approach them. You hand them your business card. They look at it. They notice the fonts, colors, imagery. In that moment, did you feel a sense of pride or a sense of shame? Did they say, yes, oh, I'm so glad I found you, I've been looking for you? Or no, no thank you. Okay, you can open your eyes. Thank you for playing along. I noticed a couple of you peeked. It's okay. But it's powerful. It's a powerful exercise. I did it myself. And we decided to rebrand, to be honest with you. So in that moment, were you successful? Did you make your business impact in 7 seconds or less? Listen, it's human nature for all of us to come to our own conclusions immediately, right? When someone hands you their business card, you come to your own conclusion. We try to look professional. We try to look the part, right? And, you know, a poorly designed logo is like showing up at a professional function wearing a trash bag and sneakers. You would just never do that, right? You're always going to dress for success, so why wouldn't you dress your business up for success? Okay, so let's do a little reflection. And it's kind of fun to do reflection like this, especially on day 3 of such an intense and amazing event. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of breakthroughs, and I learned a ton at this event. What do you really want to accomplish with your business? You have to be clear with that, right? What is the deep-rooted motivation for working this hard? Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. It is not easy. That's tough stuff. Now, how close are you to achieving your personal and financial goals? And on this one, I want you to quantify it. 25%, 50%, 75%. Like, how close do you feel you are? What would your life look like if, in fact, you achieved and even exceeded these goals, which is what George has been talking about the entire weekend? What would that feel like to conquer that? And emotionally, if you have not attained these goals, what does it feel like not to? And, you know, in your body, what does it feel like? I think at this point, probably a lot of you are wondering, is my branding working for me or against me? Or maybe my business is doing okay, but could my branding be the reason I haven't been able to make it to the next level? Now, whether you are growing a new business or you're scaling an existing established business, these are valid questions. So, I talk to business owners every single day. I do a ton of networking, as you can imagine. And it's always it always floors me when somebody hands me their business card and apologizes at the same time. I know that when I see a DIY logo, or worse, a lovely, artistic, but irrelevant logo, that this company is likely to fail. And nothing gives me more pleasure than to work closely with a business owner on their branding and help them to establish themselves in the marketplace. The joy and confidence they exude when they show off their new branding and become a superstar. I love that. That feeling is amazing. Chevelle's a good example of that. The question is, like Lisa said, right? Are you sitting on a gold mine, right? Are you sitting on untapped brilliance? It's time to show off who you are. You could be a shining star. Nothing is better than going from invisible, to visible, popular, and profitable. And if you have an established business and you've ever felt invisible, then it might be time to scale. That way, instead of chasing your ideal prospect, you are attracting your ideal client with ease. So rewarding. And I think Lisa talked about that as well. It's nice when you're not pursuing them and they are pursuing you. So we have a complimentary gift for you all. Thank you so much for listening. We have a proprietary 2-part program called our Profit Booster Brand Assessment. We want everyone in this room to have powerful branding. So we created this assessment, which is a detailed exploration of your brand identity. It's regularly $197, and we are offering it here today complimentary. The first part is the detailed exploration. The second part, you get an opportunity to have a live consult, one-on-one conversation about your unique branding. The Profit Booster will help you to identify who you are, how to position your brand in the marketplace, attract your ideal client, and make more money. Who wants to make more money? That's what I'm talking about. Are you ready to take control of your own destiny? And I think truly that's what this whole weekend has been about. George has brought you all sorts of resources and opportunities to take control of your own destiny so that you can get further faster. Now, a lot of you probably came to my booth and met with me and signed up for this compliment. You did your little personality quiz and signed up already. But if you didn't yet and you would like to take advantage of this, could you raise your hand? And my lovely assistants will come around and give you a little postcard to fill out. After you do this Profit Booster, and for sure, moving forward with your branding, it'll give you the opportunity to move forward with confidence, clarity, and branding power. And I guarantee you a dynamic shift in your business. So keep your hands up if you didn't get a postcard yet. Sarah, there's a couple up here in the front. Thank you. And that's it. Thank you so much, and let's go out there and have the greatest year of our lives. Thank you. Thank you very much.